The halfway stage of the BT Premiership, and we begin our roundup at Milbrae, where Watsonians achieved the result of the round, opening with that drive-over try from Ross Graham. Fraser Climo with a rehearsed move, leads Ayer's response, and then good knowledge of the laws from Pete McCallum, very alert to that ball spewing out from the back of the Watsonians' ruck to race clear. Rory Hutton, once again grand footwork from the centre. Second half, it was all one-way traffic for the visitors. The Watsonians pack in great fettle. Here's Rory Drummond crashing over for his first try. And then deja vu. Watsonians' backs joined the fray. Inside pass to Ali Davidson. On the other wing, it was Keith Young who rounded off a grand day for Watsonians. Next stop, the Green Yards, where Melrose were up against local rivals Hawick. Ian Moody winning the line out there. And a good concerted drive from the home eight. Ends with Richard Ferguson getting the touchdown. Fraser Thompson in and out. The dummy successfully sold for the fullback to cross. Back to the pack on the drive, and Murdo McAndrew stretches for the necessary 5-pointer. Grant Shields begins the second half with that drive over try, but it was a more encouraging second 40 for Hawick. Gary Munro just ducking that attempted clothesline from Moody for his first try. And then the winger keeping close to the breakdown sells the dummy for his second score. Another derby, and playing against the wind in the first half. Heriots opened the scoring at Maleny Park through the former Selkirk lock Callum Marshall. Matt O'Neill's chip kick, bouncing perfectly for Cammy Gray to get Currie on the board. Here we are in the second half. Ball out to Jack Turley, and after his hat-trick against Melrose last week, the Heriots lock scores there. Currie did bring themselves back to a losing bonus point through that drive over try by number 8 Rhys Davis. Stirling County welcomed Marr to Bridgehaugh, and the visitors opened the scoring through that drive over try by Ollie Rossi. Peter Juricevic finds Logan Trotter intruding in midfield, and the big wing is in under the sticks. Juricevic again. Johnny Hope. A loose pass, but look at the work here of Craig Gossman. Some grand footwork from the winger. Marr. And their open side, Mackenzie Pearce, does just enough from that line out. Barretto then with Tom Stephen showing a clean pair of heels. Scott Bickerstaff, despite falling the wrong way initially, gets that score, and Marr were in the lead by this stage. But here's Gossman again. What a quality finish. Stirling were to add further tries in the second half, and the pick of them from substitute hooker Raynor Kennedy. Step into the bargain. Terrific finish from Kennedy. Finally at Megatland, and Boroughmuir opening the scoring. Jordan Edmonds, not held, reacting quickly. And then it's a drive from the line out. And Johnny Matthews, another with a telescopic reach. Hawks replying through Callum Kerr. And Kieran White in the second half scores Boroughmuir's third try. Again, terrific footwork. Kerr being denied at short range, but Paddy Boyer shows that he can follow in the George Horn instincts, as Edmonds once again uses that strength to bulldoze his way over. Boroughmuir in the lead, time running out. But ill discipline cost the home team as they were down to 14 men, as firstly Kerr and then hooker Grant Stewart standing off waiting for Boyer's pass. There he goes, and Hawks take the points back along the M8.
Josh Welsh with some freedom and space in the left. Up towards halfway. Well tackled there by Gowdy, but the nice offload. Now Stephen Hamilton, now he can shift. Hamilton over the 22, up against his opposite number, Cameron King. But it's going to be Stephen Hamilton of Selkirk, the fullback, with the opening try. 7 minutes gone, 5-0. McEwen on to Banks. He brings Ross Nixon into play, the Selkirk skipper. Floats the pass out to Wagman on the right wing, who touches down for try number 2. But the referee has signalled it's forward. But this time Wagner makes it count. You can ill afford to give this man space in the 22, and he's punished JHA this time around. Gilman at scrum half, on towards Gowdy. Finlay takes it on. Addison now on the angle. He's got Sean Murray outside him, and Sean Murray is in for a score. But again, it's a forward pass. Murray can't believe it. Nixon trying to carry it outside that 22, and that's a rather loose ball back inside, and JHA perhaps an opportunity for them. Taken on there by James Sutherland, and Sutherland finds a gap, and he touches down for a score for JHA. Gilman looking to apply the pressure. Measured pass inside Ross Angus, and Angus is over, drives over for the score. A second try for JHA. Into the second half. JHA now looking to try and snatch it. Sutherland's in, and that's his second try. The half-back's linking up well. This is a good run here from Gowdy. Oh, and he's waiting to pass perfectly. And Sean Murray, who'd have tried disallowed in the first half, will not be denied this time, despite the efforts of Callum McEwen. And it's a try for the JHA winger. Nixon out to Bet, taken on by Peter Forrest. And the lock forward does very well to retain possession, and Bet finishes things off. Great play from the Selkirk forwards. Selkirk with their tails up on the charge. Beck takes that very nicely indeed. Sean Nixon is over and scores. Brilliant play there from the Selkirk flanker. Mikey Davis on to Rory Banks. Feeds the dummy, and this time it's number 7, Josh Mackay, the other flanker, scores. Both flankers are on the score sheet for the home side. The Selkirk scrum under a lot of pressure. JHA with the drive on. James Sutherland breaks away, and Sutherland's in for a hat-trick of scores. JHA will take 2 points west with them this afternoon.
They're playing a really good game. They're keeping it nice and tight. They weren't looking to be too expansive, and it really worked. A couple of our mistakes kind of pegged ourselves back in our half. We would have looked to kind of be a little bit more accurate there and be able to exit a little bit better. It's a shame that we couldn't get the win today, but as you say, for the neutral, it was a really good game to watch. But the thing is, there's plenty of positives, but then there's plenty of things to work on for next week. So it was a good game overall. It was a shame with the result, though, as you say.